Naked Emperor News. I'm posting this video response to you because you have definitely struck a nerve with me. It's people like you that make the Republicans look bad. It's people like you that make right-wing people look bad. The excerpts that you have from the interview of Barack Obama back in 1995 are excerpts from the interview that my father did with him. Bill Thompson's Ion Books, that's my father. And if you actually took the time to, listen to the interview and what he had to say and not take it out of context, then maybe you would realize that he's not racist and that he's not trying to ensure his own salvation through being black. I'd like to, for those of you who are not familiar with this video that I'm responding to, I'd like to say an excerpt ad verbatim from my father's interview with Obama. My dad asked him, were there times where you felt like just backing away from the whole thing and saying, I don't think I can go through with this? Because this was a hard book for him to write. And this right here is what I want you guys to hear. And I'm going to say it word for word. And I have a link in my description to this video. And you can see a transcript when you go to my dad's website. Obama. Well, certainly I think there's an impulse among all of us to shy away from these issues. There's a certain race wariness that confronts the country, precisely because the questions are so deeply embedded and the solutions are going to require so much so much investment of time, energy, and money. So I share that reluctance sometimes to explore these issues. Now, you used some of those quotes, but did you use this? I think what kept me going is the recognition that we can't solve these problems by ignoring them or pretending that they don't exist. One of the things that strikes me and the country right now is our tendency to either pretend that racial conflict does not exist, that racial division and hatred does not exist, and to pretend that we live in a colorblind society. I think sometimes members of the Supreme Court, the current Supreme Court back in 95, take that line, or to say that race is everything and that there's no possibility of common ground between black and white. Did you put that in your video? How about this? I think the truth of the matter is, and hopefully what people will get out of the book, is some sense that although the lives of blacks and whites in this country are different, although our historical experiences are different, my family is an example, and hopefully I am an example, of the possibility of arriving at some common ground, and that we do share values and principles around which we can organize and make for a better life. How is that racist? How does that have anything to do with what you said in your video? How does that have anything with him wanting to have some revolution and about, oh yes, black power? It's people like you that give Republicans a bad name. And you really should stop posting stuff like this. Everybody should stop posting things like this. If you take anything out of context, it no longer is truth to me. And I'm sorry, you really got to me because you took words of my father's interview and you made it look bad. And in my eyes, you made my dad look bad. So I'm taking this personally. And I'm hoping that the people that watch this video will actually go and listen to the entire interview and understand that when my father interviewed him, the things that you took are so out of context. And I just hope people see that. I really do. And come election day, I'm just hoping that that the country can see the deceit and the manipulation of people like you and vote, for things that they know and things that they are aware of, and not go on things that are slandered and taken out of context and manipulated, because it's people like you that make our country ignorant.